Welcome to SDLT Check. In this video, we will guide you through the process of preparing and submitting an SDLT1 return to HMRC entirely within the SDLT Check platform. For the purposes of this demonstration, we'll be working with an example case titled 123 High Street. The client has already completed their initial questionnaire, and the stamp duty land tax liability has been calculated automatically by the platform. You can review the complete calculation along with the consideration bands, applicable rates, and the client's full set of answers under the Report tab. Now, let us proceed to the SDLT1 Submission tab to begin preparing the return. To start, click the Start SDLT1 Submission button. This action creates the initial draft of your SDLT1 return and automatically pre-fills the form using the information your client provided during the main questionnaire, together with the calculated SDLT figures. This pre-population is designed to save you considerable time and to reduce the likelihood of transcription errors when transferring data between systems. Once the draft has been created, you'll see the submission divided into two clear sections. On the right-hand side, you'll find all of the questions that have already been answered and mapped from the original submission. On the left-hand side, you'll see the questions that still require your attention before the return can be finalised. To begin working through the outstanding questions, click the Continue button. A dialog will open displaying the next unanswered question along with any relevant guidance notes. You can then proceed through the remaining questions one at a time, with the platform automatically saving your progress as you go. As you move through each question, take a moment to review the guidance provided. Some questions relate directly to the legal structure of the transaction, others to the property itself, and a number concern the parties involved, including vendor and purchaser details. The platform will validate each answer as it's entered, flagging any inconsistencies or potential issues before they reach HMRC. If you prefer a more flexible approach, you may also return to the unanswered list at any time and select individual questions to address. This can be particularly helpful when you already have the information readily available for certain items, but need to gather additional details for others. The progress bar at the top of the page will update continuously, giving you a clear view of how much remains to be completed.
For any questions that genuinely require input from your client, perhaps confirmation of contract dates, details of linked transactions, or specific declarations they need to make personally, click the Send for Client Review button. This will dispatch a secure questionnaire to your client containing only the outstanding questions, followed by the approval step at the end. We would strongly recommend completing as much of the return as possible yourself, drawing on the case file and your existing correspondence with the client. Only forward those questions where your client's direct input is genuinely required. This approach minimises the burden on the client, reduces the risk of delays, and tends to result in a smoother submission process overall. It is also important to note that even in cases where you have completed every question independently, the return must still be sent to your client for review and approval before it can be submitted to HMRC. Your client will receive a secure link, allowing them to review all of the information that will be filed on their behalf and to formally confirm that everything is accurate before submission. Once you've sent the return for client review, the case will move into a pending client review state, and you'll be able to track its status from this screen. If needed, you can also resend the review link at any point. Your client will receive an email containing a link to the review portal. From there, they'll be guided through any remaining questions and then presented with the full return for their approval. The interface is designed to be straightforward and accessible, regardless of the client's familiarity with SDLT terminology. As soon as your client has answered their questions and approved the submission, you'll receive an email notification confirming their consent. At that point, you can return to SDLT Check, where the case will now display a green Approved status, along with a Submit to HMRC button. When you click Submit to HMRC, the platform will transmit the return directly to HMRC's gateway. In most cases, the SDL5 certificate is issued within approximately 5 minutes. As soon as SDLT Check detects the certificate from HMRC, it will appear here automatically, ready for you to download and provide to your client, or to forward to the land registry as required. And that concludes the SDLT1 submission process within SDLT Check. Thank you for watching.